Hey folks, welcome to episode 31 of this Let's Play series of Shadow Empire. We are on round number 77, and this turn I think is time for me to start really looking at my logistics. So, not just logistics, I want to go through all my military stuff and just make sure everything outdated is replaced, because we are about to come into another battle. As you can see, we are facing against these guys, but they're going to be, I don't know, 4 or 5 turns and I'm going to have encircled them and destroyed them for the most part. Although we have got Bloodland here as well, and I don't know what's down there yet. So, but for the most part, I mean, I've got overwhelming forces here, and I've got way too many. In fact, I've got so many that it's actually putting a massive strain on my... Excuse me, it's putting a massive strain on my logistics system. I can't have all these troops out here. I did wonder if this would become a problem, and it sure has. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the first back. The first is going to go in, is going to help out down here, and we're going to push this territory back down here, this non-line force territory, as far as we can go. So they're going to go back, kind of replenish themselves, and then that's their new job. Second, are doing a similar job down here. Although we have bumped into Gigoi Republic, who are in a blackmailing mood. I need to get some. I need to get some troops kind of showing a front face to those guys at least. They're going to be more technologically advanced than us. So I'm going to probably now the fourth. If we just have a look at the order of battle, look, the fourth are a bit shabby. They've lost a few. They've lost quite a lot of men. Let's just go here, look, and you'll see that we're generating quite a lot of veteran troops, but I want to move them back. The third are also in a similar state. They're also in a kind of a bad way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap the fourth light infantry brigade. I'm going to swap them for the siege infantry. They'll do much the same job. The siege infantry are actually better in attack. They've got the howitzers that they're using have got a better soft attack, and they've got a better soft defense even than the machine gunners, I think. I'm not certain about that. We don't have any machine gunners anyway in the light infantry brigade, so I'm going to swap those guys for those guys. Although I might just bring... I might keep them all up here until we've defeated these, and then I'll bring them back. But I definitely need to bring the first back at least. The 6th are going to eventually going to replace the 3rd, and the 6th are also a machine gun infantry brigade. 182 is the defense rating on those. So what's the defense rating on a howitzer? Yeah, the howitzer's actually got higher soft defense. The added bonus is we can also bombard if we need to, although I don't usually do that with siege infantry. But they do have their uses. They're particularly good at knocking enemy infantry units out. So yeah, that's my kind of base idea here. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to spend some time, and the other thing I should say before I pause this and do the stuff I want to do off screen is I need to show you this bottleneck is still here even after building the new truck station. Sorry, the new rail station. This is now pushing out 4,000 rail points, and you'll see that we are actually using, you know, that's being split between these two branches. And even with the truck station as well pushing out, where are we? Truck station's also pushing out 3,000. So we've got 7,000 altogether. We're still not even close to getting rid of this bottleneck. And this is severely hampering our efforts. I've got to stop this. So before I do anything else, we're starting to stockpile metal and industrial points, which is fine. I do need to be upgrading our towns. I don't want to be slowing down too much on our industrial output, but we've got to sort this bottleneck out. It's absolutely critical that I do that, and the best way for me to do that is just to slow down on building stuff, on sending ammunition out to the front. So everything's going to slow down a little bit just for a turn or two, and I need to get up the next truck. I'm going to get another truck station up here. It's going to be truck station level 4, and you'll see that truck station level 4 will give us 5,000. It's going to take 4 rounds. 4 rounds, and it's going to take a fair amount of, you know, upkeep, but that's gonna help somewhat, because at the moment we're just not quite getting, we've still got this bottleneck and we need to sort that out. Like, it's a severe problem. I think also I need to upgrade the truck stations here, because if you just look at what's being used, if we go to preview points, then we click on this truck station. Look, This truck station is sending stuff out this direction, down to Peter, and it's going out this way, and it's going right along that way. What I really want to be doing is I need to be getting some more logistics down here. It's absolutely critical. So what I could probably be doing is I need to go through all of this and figure out exactly where I need to start putting some more bases. It might well be time to spend some of these points and actually get a direct route, a direct rail route from here right across to some of these cities here. So I need to kind of go through, maybe delete some of the roads that I've created and then come up with some better, because these roads were often created in order to facilitate expansion, and while they were useful in that respect, they can become a bit of a liability. So I need to really think about how I'm going to go about my logistics here. Part of the problem is that Lancaster is producing most of a huge amount of our food. We're getting let's have a look. So we're getting like over 2,800. So nearly half of our food's coming from this one zone, as far as I can tell. So what I might do is I'm going to increase the logistics at Lancaster, because just having a truck one, rail one is obviously not enough at the moment. If you look at the preview points for rail here, the rail points are almost entirely being used to push out this direction. Now, we did build a rail station here, look, and this rail station is also going out in both directions. But I really need to get, I think we're going to have maybe a rail station here, or a train, or a truck station, another truck station, something like this, because we've got a supply base, but it's just not doing the job now, and we really need to get. It's going to take quite a long time to get a truck station 4 up here. It's going to be like 4 turns. That's a long time for me to wait. I think it's going to be easier for me to get a quick truck station up here, where the supply base is, and perhaps get rid of the I can close the supply base once I've done that, because there won't be any use there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But maybe perhaps put one here as a truck station, and then that's purely going to be facilitating this bottleneck here, because this is a pretty bad bottleneck. Look, it's this one here that's the issue. I mean, it might even be worth putting a truck station here. I don't really know enough about the way. I've not got enough experience with really min-maxing logistics to know whether that's going to be a good idea or not. Something tells me not, because I think every time you bump into a new truck, when truck points from one place bump into another, they lose efficiency. So you don't want to be having too many, I don't think. But I need to read up on this. So I'm going to go and do that now. I'm going to read up on the logistics. I'm going to figure out where exactly it is that I need to put my truck stations, and then I'm going to decide how I'm going to where I'm going to put this new rail line, because I think I'm going to put another rail line. I'll probably put one here like this that goes along that way over down to Baden, like that, and then from Baden it's probably going to go to wherever this new zone is going to be done here, and then I'll run it through to this through Meta Mountain. Now Meta Mountain's also just got a truck station, and it's got a rail. Oh no, hold on, it was this one. This one's got a rail station here too. Oops, I'm just hitting buttons randomly now, aren't I? Okay, so we've got this truck station here in Meta Mountain, but it's only just been built, so we can't really tell whether the logistics are going out. They're probably going to be going out this way. But we've also got this rail station, and as I said, most of it's kind of going these ways, and they are being used. I think this is actually being used. In fact, I know, because if you look at the bottlenecks, we're still, this is not too bad along here. It gets kind of bad along here, and then this is where it's really, really bad. Okay, so that's basically what's going to go on. I could probably fix some of these problems using some traffic light management. It starts getting a real micromanagement hell if I start doing that. And the pull point system was just kind of alleviate this to some extent. Like, at least I'm not having to do this manually every turn. But still. Okay, so I've just yapped along for a long time about this, so I'm going to get on and try and kind of do this. There's a few other things I want to do, and I'm just going to show you quickly. I'm going to go through things like these old guns, things like these old machine gun models. I'm going to find all the brigades that are using them, and for the most part I'm going to try and get rid of them. So I'm going to try to update to, you know, the most modern stuff that I've got, where it's necessary. I'm pretty much all my brigades are being used at the moment, so I don't really want any old equipment. Sometimes it's good to have some, you know, like holding forces that don't really need the best equipment. But I'm not really running into issues here with regards to you know, metal and industrial points. Certainly not in a war situation yet where I've got to really min-max that kind of thing. So I think for the most part I'm just going to upgrade all my materials to the, you know, all my troops just to the best stuff. And then I might make a couple of brigades whose job purely is just to hold the borders in various areas. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I won't roll the turn on. I will then show you what I'm doing with all the combat stuff afterwards. Okay, folks, so I've been reading the manual and just kind of re-educating myself on exactly how logistics works. And do you know what? I think actually that's the first time I've really kind of figured out what's going on with it, because once the pull system came in, I kind of figured that you didn't really need to worry about logistics quite so much until you got into the end game. And you know, and then I've never really found that I've needed to worry too much about it, and it must just be to do with the settings that I've been using on the planets. But it's really been an issue here. So anyway, here's a few things I've done. I've started a new zone here, which is about 12 squares out from Meta Mountain, or 12 hexes, with a truck station. So we're going to have a new zone here, and this will hopefully be able to... I'm going to have a new zone down here too, I think, but I'm just going to have a really small zone here. This is just going to feed my expansion this way, and probably provide a base, a forward base, just before we start bumping into Gigarix packs, which is quite a big major, I think. And I built another bunch of truck stations. So we've built one here at Reno, where previously we just had a supply base, and I built one here too at Portia. And this is going to feed, like, because basically, look, you'll see that we've got two bottlenecks here. Now, these truck stations initially they're not going to fix this problem straight away, but I'm pretty much going to upgrade them as soon as I can, and start, you know, this one here and this one here will literally just be sending trucks this way, and then down this way. I've also built one here at Nufmono. What a name. Noafmono, something like this, and that's going to hopefully address this bottleneck that we've got here. And then I built another one somewhere as well. I've also built, we've already got in Baden a rail head, but I didn't have any rail, so I've actually built the rail now between Baden and Pillar Dump. So that is going to facilitate us getting some more zones up this direction, because this is a breadbasket, right? And we want to kind of make use of this. So I'm actually going to, Baden is going to be a zone here, but I'm actually going to get one down here somewhere too. Somewhere in these, I might even build one in the mountains, because that just might be fun. Just have some mountain city. It'll cost a fortune to get any infrastructure in there, but I kind of want to do it. We could actually do it in the low mountainous forest here, something like that. That would be quite easy to get into. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I mean, that might be a nice place for a zone. Or here, something like that. So yeah, I'll consider that. That might be fun. So that's basically what I've done. All right. That should start helping, you know, with the logistical issues that I've got. Let's look at the decisions. Oh, I didn't actually show you the history, did I? So let's just play the history for this turn. There's not a whole lot going on, if I remember right. We did get attacked here in Oculus territory. You're familiar with what goes on with these battles now. They throw themselves against a wall of my troops. They don't get anywhere. Then they lose tons and tons of their own troops, and then we go round them, flank them, encircle them, cut them off, and jobs are good 'un, as we say. So that's pretty much what's been going on here. So I'll let you guys kind of, if you want to go into the detail, you can pause the video and just see exactly what's been happening. Vidcom next. We discovered metal, which is always useful. We've got a new zeitgeist. We're entering a decade of corruption. The effect is your most powerful faction will tend to get more corrupt. The current strength of this effect is light. In 18 turns, the decade of corruption will come into full force. So it's going to be a 38 round problem, basically. A high democracy profile will help diminish the effects. So we've made it into a new epoch, and we gain 1 fate point. So we've got high democracy, and I need to keep that up through the next decade. No problemo. We lost. Okay, we failed another word score thing here, so we're going to lose word score. That's a shame. We've created a new aircraft. That's the new fighter that I created. We've discovered gas-powered small arms, and we've discovered mechanized heavy machine gun infantry brigade. And we've just got a bunch of the usual cards. So now Palisade is a new town, and I think first of all I'm going to actually get some of these commercial assets here. So we've got a zoo here already, and that's something I put up last turn, but I'm actually going to put those. Look at these: militant casino, feeling scores. I mean, we're really low on heart. I'm actually tempted to play one of these. Feeling schools. God, that sounds like some hippie thing from real life. Let's put a commercial zone in here. Okay, so we've got a commercial area asset, and that will help attract. And I'll play this one as well. Investors. So we're going to actually attract some money into this area. This game is really starting to slow. And my computer is monstrous, by the way. It's got a really fast CPU. So I think that. I mean, mostly these kind of indie games don't seem to use multi-threading anyway. I might be wrong there, but yeah, I've noticed that the game is lagging a little bit. But this is the. I mean, look, how many other strategy games do you know where you can have like 140 factions, and the turn time's only taking about sort of 5-10 minutes? There are very few. Maybe Total War Warhammer, and that's like to be fair, that's got an incredible amount of factions. And the turn times in it are ridiculously fast now on Mortal Empires, and I've got to give Creative Assembly credit for that. However, the game is nowhere near as complex as this. It's not even a tenth as complex as this game. Okay, let's go look at the decisions. Training opportunity in the 20th Machine Gun Battalion. So that's these guys here, I believe. Where are we? Here we are, the 20th. So do we want mind or do we want enforcement? I'm tempted to go for mind because we're like at 77. And that will put us up to 81, and it's really hard to get to and maintain a profile at this high. But look, we get the option to go for. If we hold on to this now, we can get a research bonus of plus 50%. Now that is big, and I think this is going to be our key to winning the game. So if I can keep the mind up as high as possible, we could really rocket ahead, because I'm really far behind the others with my research. But this could really help. Secret Service Council's priorities. I might increase spying at the expense of active field operations. Although active field operations might be a good thing for us because we're not. I need to be able to keep an eye on what my enemies are doing, and I want to be able to have the option to change their regimes from afar. Just in case they start getting angry with me. Now we've got Vertillo. Look at this. They're big. Vertillo and Taurus, they've got some kind of Ocelar territory. So they've got Ocelar territory between them. Those are the guys that I've been fighting, actually. Now, this is a recipe for war, but I don't know. I mean, we're all Republicans, so they might be friends. Let's have a look at that. Actually, let's just see who Vertillo and Taurus are at war with. Okay, Vertillo's neither of them are at war with anyone by the looks of it. So this is an interesting situation. There might be some opportunity for me here to do some meddling. I mean, what do you think about the possibilities that... I mean, I could take one of them on, probably, and swallow them up. But wouldn't it be fun if we got them all fighting? See, I've been playing Dominions now, and you can tell that I've been playing Dominions because multiplayer, because that's the kind of thing that you have to do in that. But Montefel is here. We've got Rochoyer Pax who are actually fighting Montefel. Rochoyer Pax are dropping down in friendship with us. What's going on there, I wonder? Let's have a look. Their desired relation is only 10. Oh, wow. Oh, that's because syndics have got into power. Okay, we've got to fix this quick. We need to get the commercial faction back in quick. Arnaud Giret was our friend, but this Marius Blanc is not. So we need to quickly get these syndics out. Syndics are like space communists, basically. They're like the communists of the game. So we need to get the syndics out quickly. And we need to get these guys back in. Because they like commerce and democracy, which is kind of what we want. Because these guys, we're going to be... I mean, look. Here's one way of looking at this. With the syndics in power, we've got the opportunity to go to war with them. Now that's possible. The problem is that it'll, for both of us, it'll cause a huge happiness drop, and they're going to do their best to. They're probably going to be antagonising us now. You'll probably find that they'll start. You know, they'll start attacking us. You know, every turn. We go to regimes. No, letterbox, foreign affairs news. Yeah, at the moment we're not actually getting any problems, but here it will tell you like if they try to insult you or do anything like that. So let's try to... I think I've just changed that now, but actually I think we should start playing some cards on these guys and trying to influence their politics, because I think I'd like to keep them as my friends actually, because if we keep those as my friends and try to cause a war maybe between these two down here. Maybe if we can get one of these into... try and get some fundamentalists in power, they might start fighting one another. And then I can actually pick a target. But there's loads of free land. Look, there's all this non-aligned provinces to take as well. So we don't really need to be going to war with one of the majors yet. The thing about doing that is, though, is that the more... you know... if we pick a target that's not that strong, we can take their lands. It reduces their victory points and increases ours. That's a good thing. We probably want to start getting a lot of espionage out now at this point in the game, so we can start figuring out, you know, who's going to be a good target. Now, Rishoye packs. We just go to the... if we go to... where are we? The victory overview. Rishoye packs are quite low, look. Mind you, Servitello and Taurus. These are all like low-level guys, really, compared to the rest. I'm the highest. I'm definitely got the... I'm doing the best out of everybody. Robespierre Republic, which I reckon it was the game Nemesis, are also pretty close. I've not even really come across those yet. I'm not sure where they are. We can't see them yet, I don't think. I reckon they're here. They must be somewhere around here. Now, Caranon packs. Let's have a look at those guys. Man, there's so much to think about in this game. So, can't see them, I don't think. I've got a habit of looking at this and then not... It's funny because I was watching back one of my videos that I recorded, and I was like, oh, I need to find... I can't remember who it was, but I was like, oh, I need to find such and such. And I was like, I looked for a bit, and then I was like, oh, I can't see it. They're obviously not there. But actually, having watched it back, I was like, there it is, you idiot. How did you miss that? It's like right there in front of you. But sometimes when I'm playing, I just can't see stuff. It's really bad with numbers. I have a real problem with numbers when I'm under pressure for some reason. No, I can't see them there. So I don't think we can actually see those. Anyway, let's get on with this. So the last turn we got a fighter, and this is a wasp. And that's a good one. Look at that. Now it's not got a very long range, and it's only a it's only a propeller engine thing, so it's like some kind of World War I style thing. But still, that's still pretty cool, right? And we've got that's opened up the ability for us to. It's probably opened up medium fighters now, I think. Let's have a look. Medium aircraft. No, we've still only got light. So, but at least we've started that process now. I might get a flak gun out, and just because I don't really need anything else here. Although a bazooka might be useful. That's quite cheap as well. Yeah, let's get these guys. Mind you, they're not very strong. But they're probably only going to be any good against really light tanks. Let's do it anyway, and just see what we can get.
Understood.
You might find that we get a good model. Minor worker striking Meta Mountain. No, let's give in their demands. And we want to keep our democracy rating high here. Zone upgrade for Baden. No, I don't want to upgrade those yet. Lancaster. Lancaster might be a good bet. Have a look at this. Lancaster's losing a lot of population. Although most of them seem to be workers. But we were losing population out into... Yeah, look, we're getting free folk coming in. I'm not sure where from. They are an extreme civilization. It might be worth doing this now with those. Going to take 20 political points. Yeah, I'll do it. I'd like to have enough stratagem points to be able to play support faction on Rishoye packs. You see, this might be a blessing in disguise. It could give me the opportunity to, you know, if Rishoye packs start, like, you know, causing problems with us, I could just invade them, and they seem to be surrounded by miners for the most part. It might be that what it is that they're trying to do, they need to go to war maybe with Montefell, you know, or they need to be more at war with Montefell, and therefore they're trying to, you know, get themselves into a situation where they can. Now we've got good eyes on these guys. Let's go to the reports for a start, and we can have a look at Rishoye packs. So look at their tech details. They are in advance of us, unsurprisingly. They've got a few things that we've not got, notably RPG, guided RPG, polymer armor. Polymer armor is a big one. Yeah, they've got a few bits and pieces that we've not got, so they are a little bit ahead of us. So I need to catch up in tech-wise before I start fighting them, if I'm going to do that. Their military details. This is telling us how many of everything that they've got. Yeah, lots of infantry. Lots and lots of infantry. They've got a light armor brigade. RPG infantry corps. Infantry, interesting. Lots and lots of RPG, so they're expecting tanks. Light infantry brigade. 20 light infantry battalions. They've got siege infantry. Two siege infantry brigades, 2 light infantry corps. They've got a lot of soldiers. So you see that these reports are really useful. They are really, really useful. We can have a look at their economy. We can figure out whereabouts with all their industry, what they've got. If we want to, we can go into each city and look how many people they've got. I mean, we haven't got that much. We need to get some more spies in there. I think what I'm going to do is, just for the time being, I'm not ready to go to war with them. I'm actually going to support this faction, and I'm going to target Rishoye packs. So that will give us the opportunity. We got them in, so that will give us the opportunity now to support the Republicans, and I want to keep them friendly with us for a bit. I don't really want my empire to just stretch across the top of the map. That's going to be dead hard for me to kind of defend, I guess. I'd certainly have to start thinking about a second SHQ. And I don't want to have to do that at the moment. Awkward that Skull Tower's right on one end of our empire, though. I mean, it might be better to go to the west than it is to the east, just because of the location of our SHQ. These don't look like the best lands, actually. Oh, mind you, it's not bad luck. They've actually got quite a lot of these. I mean, yeah, they've got as good lands as us, really. Yeah, so I don't know. It's an interesting one, and we've got this one here, Vertillo, and then this one here, Taurus. They're both quite close to me, and so there's plenty of targets if I want them. It's just these guys are more friendly at the moment, and you know, now we've got syndics in. You know, communism ruins everything, right? Okay. I am not going to upgrade that.
Order received.
I'll ask me later, please. Let's start doing the military stuff, and then wow, I mean, I've really not got very far in this episode, so I'm gonna have to start thinking about getting this done now. We can't really push too far up this way, but there's some stuff we can do. There is some work we can do here, so let's see if we can. Wow, these guys are well out of supply.
Engaging enemy. Mission successful.
Okay. So we've managed to push ourselves in there. I want to try and get behind here if I can. Now, that might be a job for... Oh, we can't get in there. It's a shame. What about... Yeah, it's going to be difficult for us to... I mean, I could attack here and just lock these off, but there's not really a lot there. I'd probably rather go this way. These GR cataphracts are just worth their weight in gold. Okay. Now, let's try and get here. Awesome job. Right, that was an easy. That was easy because, well, it seemed that they were retreating already. So I want to get the yellow. The yellow are already in. So let's... Oh no, here we go. We've got a tank here. Let's get these tanks in this way. Let's try and push them back in this direction. Oh, we lost a tank. Who did that? Who was responsible for that? It was you. They died in the job their efforts, but there you go. Okay, so which is another good way we can go now. Let's get those in. It's not good. What about these cataphracts? Maybe next turn. Let's get these infantry pushing these ones back. Oh, we lost some troops again. Oh, they were really experienced troops as well. I've got to be a bit careful about doing that. Okay, and then I will send in these cataphracts to finish the job. Look at this. Absolute annihilation.
Mission accomplished.
Those are just literally killing hundreds and hundreds of aliens each time. It also almost brings a tear to your eye, doesn't it? Okay. Let's try and get some bikes in a bit closer. This is dead risky while we're low on supplies, by the way. It's really, really risky. But these guys have just run, so it should be an easy cut. So can we get anyone around there yet? So let's get these guys here. Get those in there. There we are. So, okay, so we've got a couple of encirclements going on. We managed to destroy some stuff. Let's we'll move the siege infantry army in. These guys are actually going to come and relieve. Those guys are just lagging behind a little bit. So these are gonna relieve the yellow and red. I think I'm actually going to bring those guys back. I don't think we can go much further now. Let's just have a look at our supply situation. So we need to build a road a bit further. We're just going to build a dirt road out, I think. So if we just hit P and then 6, I've still not got quite enough. There we go. Still not quite enough. There we are. Now we've made it. Okay, I don't want anybody to be out of supply while they're so badly out of supply. It looks like it was mainly... Oh, it's everything. Look, fuel, ammo, everything that they were struggling to get. We need to probably get... Hang on, this looks like a bottleneck here too, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I started building a truck station here anyway, so this truck station should start helping if we can get it out. The problem is that's going to slow more... That's actually going to take supplies as well. But we have got this truck station 2's gone up this turn. This should help. Okay, so that's the war on that side of things. I'm gonna try to pull these troops back. I'm gonna bring them down this way. I'll bring those militia that way. I'm going to leave these here. Again, we're not going to get any replacements here, I don't think. But I think I'll just leave them. I think I'll leave these at Meta Mountain, actually. I might bring these guys back towards Meta Mountain and just get them holding position there. That way, yeah, that way they can actually receive supplies. Once we've got these bottlenecks sorted out. Let's have a look at what's going on with the second. Those tanks are in need of replacements. I just want to cut this major off here, just so that I'll wait till next turn to take those guys out. There's like 60,000 of them. Sorry, 6,000, over 6,000 troops here, as far as I can tell. It's saying 30. 33. You're only seeing 900 militia, but we've not got many recon points. So yeah, we'll leave that one for now. We probably need to get another dirt road out just a little way, just for these. There we go. Yeah, we'll just make sure we're in supply. I'm learning my lesson about supply. You know, I've only got about 300 hours with this game. You'd have thought I'd have learned it by now, but anyway. The rest of these guys are probably not going to have much to do. I'm just going to move them around a little just so they don't get cut off. Meanwhile, with the 7th Machine Gun Brigade, they're also kind of low on supply. Who's the best? Okay, these guys are in the best position to attack. There we go. You don't want to overcommit your forces. I know, obviously you don't want to be risking too many people either, but you don't want to be wasting ammunition, you know, fuel, the readiness of your troops, the ability to have more action points to move. Like, because I didn't attack with all of these guys now, look. See how I get to move as well. So, it's actually really important to... Oh, wow. It's actually really important to just be a little bit careful about how you commit your forces. So you'll often see me just committing just like one unit even when they're surrounded, and that's why I'm doing it. Obviously, it's not always the smartest thing to do, especially if you're going to lose troops. It's going to have to attack in here, I think. Okay, we're starting to beat these guys down now. Oh, it's brutal though. We managed to whittle them down, so next turn I think we'll probably be able to defeat those. Their readiness is pretty low. Mind you, these guys are in a bit of a state too. We'll just surround them better, I think. Okay. Let's bring these men back into supply. I don't think I can go much further with those. Okay, and this is Rakanar territory.
We're taking fire. Requesting backup.
We managed to bump into some here. Let's move you back. I think. Yeah, I'm going to move these back into supply. These guys are okay for another turn. I'll try and push them back a little bit. I want to bring these back into supply too. I'm just going to have to keep these guys here. I might actually disengage those from and just keep them there. Okay, on this side we've got the 9th Machine Gun Brigade, who are now, they're just sort of entering service, I guess. Let's get those guys on the opposites attacking. There we go. Ah, flawless victory. So, let's just make sure, yeah, we've got the logistics turned on, or the supply pickup turned on. I'm just going to move these guys forwards now. Make sure we're still in supply. we go. They bumped into some non-aligned forces.
Requesting backup.
I lost some of my cavalry. I think I'm going to move these back. I'm just going to put those there. This might be a good place. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is going to be causing administrative strain. Look. Where are we? Yeah, we have got 1% administrative strain. I think what to do would be to build another zone here somewhere in the desert. It's not going to be a great place to do it, to be honest. Mind you, these ruins are decent. Let's get a dirt road out here, and then we're going to put up warm steam, which is a decent place to put. Oh, we can also get those as well. Yeah, I think I'll put it here. I'll put a zone here. I would just need to make sure that we don't want danger here. So let's just try and cut these off. There we go. Oh, that's Roshoye Pax. We bumped into Roshoye Pax then. Yeah, I'm going to build another zone here. I think I can do this. So let's create a new zone. And we're going to put a truck station there to start off with. I like to start with the truck station. I think it's wise. Okay, that's about it. What have we got here? Oh, we've got some Harleys that I've upgraded. So let's get these guys. I might bring them down here. Yeah, let's bring them down this kind of way. Not going to be much good in the desert. I'll leave them here for now. We'll maybe try and get them up to the front line. That's about it otherwise. Now, I could actually make another brigade. What would I want? Well, we got siege infantry here, which I do like. I might just make another light infantry brigade, because light infantry are decent. Oh, look at this. This pink colour. I might just change that temporarily to something else. I don't mind. I've got no aversion to pink, but I think I'll go through the primary colours first. So let's... Oh, I think we've already got yellow, haven't we? Yeah, so the fourth were yellow as well. This were kind of a slightly different colour. Maybe I'll make them orange. Aesthetics are so important to me. Okay, so these are the 15th Light Infantry. Wow, I've got 15 brigades already. And we're going to have to give him. We're going to have to give them a commander. Okay. We've also got all these aliens. I think I'm going to bring these aliens. They're going to want to get to where they can start being useful. Pushing into territory that I can't take with my other men. So I'm going to bring them all this way. They're nice little auxiliary units, these are. Try not to wait. I'm going to try to not throw them against enemies that they can't defeat, like I did with the first lot. Load of militia at Baden. Things are looking okay. Things are looking good. That's going to be about it for this turn, I think, guys. And I'm probably going to end the episode there. So I'm sorry it took so long. I think it was interesting that, well, it was important that I sorted the logistics out here. Like, logistical issues are going to hold me back if I don't fix them soon. So there's going to be a whole bunch of truck stations going up next turn, and I'm going to see how that starts affecting things. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next episode. See you later.